to you about it. Is looking forward to getting some feedback. So with that, Mike, I will turn it over to you.
All right.
Well, hi everybody. I have 5 minutes prizes here. So we have one medium t-shirt. T-shirts are the best marketing, right? We have a medium, 2 larges, and an extra large. So we don't have all sizes here for all day. But the first prize is going to go to the first person who raises their hand to say, I have a real estate license. Nobody? How about anybody who has had it? All right, good. What size feet?
Extra small.
I have a large and extra large.
XL.
Here you go.
Thank you.
All right, so this is a Relevate t-shirt.
All right.
We're going to learn what that means on the back.
Super. Thank you, Mike.
So we're talking about real estate today, and you're going to learn some interesting things, I think. So the company's named Relevate Systems. My ask is that when I describe what we're doing, if you know anybody who's got some wisdom that you think would help us be successful with what you're about to see, I would appreciate an introduction, because I think for what we're trying to do, raising money isn't the main thing. It's just trying to do it smart and do it right. So that's what I would ask. So my background, I worked at Eastman Kodak Company and Ernst & Young. In both cases, my background, what I do is process improvement, operations management, figuring out how to do things more efficiently. And I started a consulting firm called Everest Consulting Group, and I did that for about 7 years when I first moved here. I moved here in 1995 and did that for the first 7 years, but gosh, it was a lot of travel. And black and white, it was a long time ago, I guess. I never realized black and white. But that was my family back then. Obviously, I look a lot younger, but that's Jackson and Julia and Stacy. And consulting, I was just traveling all the time, and I liked being home with my family and my wife. And so I thought, gosh, what can I do? So I sold my consulting firm, and I said, I don't want to work for I don't want like an actual job. And so, but I didn't know what company to start. And so I saw some real estate agents that were doing really well, and I thought, well, if they can do it, I can do it too. So I joined Remax, and I was there for about a year, and then I said, I'm going to start my own company. So I started a company called Hunter Real Estate. And so here's how real estate brokerage works. Basically, if you own a real estate brokerage firm, the agents pay you what's called a split, which is it's a portion of their commission. And they pay that split in exchange for support and tools to help them succeed. So think about every individual real estate agent is like a franchisee. They're paying you part of the revenue, so you can help them be more successful. Make sense? That's how it works. So this is a guy named Rick DeLuca who I met when I was just an agent, learning how to be an agent, and he taught seminars and so forth, and I really liked him. And he said to me, Mike, if you're going to run a brokerage, don't take any less than 20% from the agents. Because you can't make money, you can't have a really good business unless you're getting at least 20% from the agents. And that rang true to me, because I had learned in school that either when you're in business, you either compete on value, and if you compete on value and a better product, you charge for that product, you can charge more. Or you compete on price, which is just a race to the bottom. And when I first learned about that, I said, I never want to do that. So I really like this idea of the 20% and charging more. So I have written these books when I was in consulting, so you can find these on Amazon now. I don't own the rights to them anymore because I sold the company, but these are books I wrote about process improvement and teams and so forth. So I for a long time, for 14 years, I've owned Hunter Real Estate. What we've worked on is how do we create value that other companies can't copy, that's unique, so that our agents want to stay with us and continue paying us 20% forever. And we have created that. So here's what happened in the real estate industry. These kind of companies, Fathom Real Estate, HomeSmart, and then Realty One, these companies came along and what they said to the agents is, you don't need to pay 20%. Come work for us and you pay $100 a month. And we'll give you everything that those other brokerages are giving you, but you don't have to hardly have to pay anything for it. So completely competing on cost. And you can see the picture. Want more money? We can help with that. So what's happened is that this is the fastest growing segment of real estate. These brokerages come in and tell the agents, you can pay almost nothing, and we'll give you everything you're getting now virtually, so just come join us. And the agents are. They're leaving the big brokerages like crazy. Brokers that are charging 20% or 15% or even 10%. They're leaving like crazy. And so what happens is when these agents go to their brokers in charge, they say, look, this company over here is saying I can get everything for $100, and the broker in charge says, gosh, I don't really know what to say to that, because these big brokerages don't have hardly any value to offer. And so they say, look, we'll cut your split. We'll cut it down to 5% or 2%, and you'll just stay. And that's not very good for revenues, is it? So here's what's going on. The problem is that the brokerages are getting a much smaller percent of gross commission income, and that's killing the revenue. So here's an example. This is Remax. Remax has 125,000 worldwide agents. Look at what their stock's doing. Well, that's kind of funny that their stock is going down like that, because at Hunter Real Estate, we're not having that problem because of the system we've developed. So this is an example. This is an agent that was with Remax. Her net income at Remax in 2016 was $325,000 take home after all expenses. She was working about 70 hours a week, paying Remax only 5%. So Remax only made about $19,000 from that. So she came to us and she said, I heard about one of your agents that's a mom and has 2 kids and is doing really great. She said, I just got married, I have a 6-month-old daughter. I'm not going to sacrifice my family to real estate, but I really like making money. I really like what I'm doing. Can you help me out? And I said, yep, I think we can have you join us. And I think we cut your hours in half, and you can make the same or more money. So she's in her 2nd year with us. Well, she's in her 3rd year with us now. In her 2nd year, this is what the numbers look like. She took home $362,000, and that's after all expenses, including our higher split and everything she pays with us. She's working 28 hours a week. Our commission split is 20%, like I told you. So we made $106,000 from the value we gave to her. So much different model. And I'm asking around to all the other brokerages, and I'm saying, is anybody in the real estate industry getting 20% from top producers? And they're not. Nobody is. Nobody in the entire industry is getting that. And we're getting it, and our agents love it. And think about it, if Adrian were to leave us, what choice would she have? She'd have to go back to what she was doing, because we have the unique model. So she's 2.8 times more productive. More importantly, as brokers, we make 5.5 times what Remax was making from the same agent. And she said, I didn't want to leave Remax, but I had to get access to the Hunter Road process, which is our system. What Hunter Road is doing could have easily been installed in any Remax office, including the one I came from in Raleigh. If it had been, I'd still be there producing at a much higher level of productivity. And the office owners of Remax Corporate could have been earning the same money Hunter Road is earning because of the system. So here's another group called RealG. Anybody hear of RealG? So RealG is a really big holding company that owns a whole bunch of real estate brands. So I have another t-shirt for somebody who can name a brand, even if you have to guess. Name a brand that's owned by RealG. That's right. What size t-shirt do you like? Medium or large? Large? That t-shirt, that table is all filled up with t-shirts now. So here's what's going on. Global Banker, right? They own Global Banker, 1721, ERA, Better Homes and Gardens, Sotheby's Corporate, that's Mark Corporate from Shark Tank, right? They own that. Carnes is the biggest relocation company. They have 300,000 agents worldwide. And here's what's going on with their stuff. Just crashing. It was at 52 a few years ago. It went down to 18. And since I couldn't even keep up, since I did this graph, now they're down to $6.25. And it's because of they don't have the value to offer to the agents to keep their commission splits where it needs to be for them to be a profitable company, right? They're just doing terribly. RealG Holdings, the CEO said, to improve our business, we must enhance our value proposition to agents. Well, that makes sense. If you want them to pay you, you've got to be giving them more value, but they've got nothing. These are big corporate companies, and when you have other companies coming in, run by entrepreneurs, backed by venture capitalists, the corporate folks just can't keep up. And that's what's going on now. So we separated what we had in Hunter Road. We took our intellectual property, we created another company called Relevate Systems. And Relevate Systems is made up of some real-world processes and some software that now Hunter Road is really the first customer of Relevate. Relevate Systems being the intellectual property that we use to help our agents be so much more productive. Make sense? So, this is what it does. Right now in real estate, there's only 2 models. Either you have an individual agent. The individual agent gets all the clients herself or himself, and then serves all the clients. So they're very busy. So they have a limit to how much volume they can do. They work tons of hours, and they have client service issues. There's only one of them. And what if you have a client that wants to see this house that just came on the market, but they're busy serving someone else? How do they do that? They're going to miss out on the best houses. So the other model, the only other model in real estate right now, is the team leader I'm really good at getting leads and getting people to trust me. If I just had the people to help me serve these clients, I could really grow. But the problem is that the time they meant to save or plan to save by building this team gets taken over by them becoming managers and hiring and counseling and communication planning and payroll and so forth. So they're not really saving any time, they're not getting ahead, and now they're doing something they don't even want to do, which is management. So again, managerial title takes over, there's a lot of turnover. What happens is they tend to hire people, they train people, and people leave. It's very expensive, they don't make much money on this, very low margin, and again, client service issue because of all the handcuffs. So our system is different. This is the Hunter Road Systems model, which is now Relevate. We think there's three different personalities perfect for three roles in real estate. The one role is sales agents. These are the people who have a real estate license that love to sell. That's what they want to do. They want to build it. They don't mind taking the risk. They love to sell. Here's the big thing that we discovered, that at least half the people that have a real estate license, they don't want to sell. They love houses, they love people, they love paperwork, and that's why they get into the business. They don't want to sell, they don't want to get clients. So we have a position now where they can make good money, $50,000 a year, helping the people who do want to sell, right? And the third people is we have coaches that love to coach and organize others. So in our model, a coach builds a team of highly trained client service managers and coaches the sales agents to delegate most of their tasks to free them up to just sell. So think about that. In the individual model, the agent was stuck because they had to spend so much time doing client service, right? And so they're limited on volume. That was Adrian, working 70 hours a week to make a lot of money for sure, but 70 hours a week is a lot. So the problem in real estate is that if an agent wants to grow their business, the only thing they can do now is grow a team, and that doesn't work. So now what we have is a ready-made team they can just plug into. And we have software that coordinates everything. Our software is similar to, if you think about, would Uber work without the app? Yes or no? No, it wouldn't. I'll give you another t-shirt. Uber wouldn't work without the app, right? So this kind of shared team kind of model won't work without software either. It's an absolute freaking mess. We've got the software, and we've had to develop it over 14 years to figure it out. Because, and that's the benefit of having a brokerage with 22 agents now and 23 client service managers. We've had a laboratory for 14 years to figure out how to do this, and it's taken that 14 years to figure it out. It was very expensive. We lost a lot of money at first, but now it's very profitable. So it's like a doctor and nurse model. The clients get better service because they get the agent and they get a client service manager. And so the feedback we get is I felt like I had two agents for the price of one. So better client service, the agent makes more money, we make a lot more money, and the client, and like I said, the client and the agents are working a lot fewer hours. So marketing, how do we market this? Well, we network to meet with the brand leadership and brokerage owners. So we've got meetings in the next 3 weeks with the top leadership of three of the brands. So I mentioned, Regan, Regan, and Century 21. So three of those we're meeting with the top brokerage ownership. We're also meeting with six different. I think I put this here. We're meeting with six different individual brokerage offices. We were meeting with an office that has 900 agents. We have meetings set up in Nashville and in Tampa, and they see the numbers and they say, my gosh, that would be great for us too if we could implement this, right? We've already hired client service managers in Nashville and Atlanta and in Tampa, St. Petersburg, just to have that prime so that they don't have to think, gosh, is this really scalable, right? So we have a website, relevate-systems.com, and of course, t-shirts. Revenue. So what we're planning on doing, and this is evolving, and this is kind of new, things evolve in the business. What we're talking about doing is charging $5,000 per year per user, plus a per user upfront fee for the initial training, right? There's 1.3 million real estate agents in the United States. Okay? Now, not all of them sell a whole lot, but, well, I say 1.3, there's actually a lot more than 1.3 million. That's the number of agents that are paying members of the National Association of Realtors. So they're paying money every year, so that means at least they're attempting to sell a house once in a while, right? Of the 1.3, if we get 50,000, less than 5% of the agents to use this system, times $5,000 each, that's $250 million. This is a sort of a software as a service company because it's not pure software, but I would like to suggest that there is no pure software as a service company. Every one of them needs some training, needs some software, and something involved. So, of 76 software companies that are tracked by Crunchbase, the average public software as a service business is trading at 8.91 times earned time revenue, and the median is 8.29. So I don't know if how we compared with them, but I know that most of what we're doing is software, and after the initial training, they should have needed a lot of consulting and training with that. So let's be conservative and say that we traded a 5 multiple. If we have 50,000 agents, that's 1.25 billion. And this is something the real estate industry needs. You saw the stock charts, right? The full service real estate industry right now is failing. They're going under. They need something. They're desperate for something of value they can offer agents, and the agents are willing to pay for it, so they become profitable again, because they are going under right now. And I just showed you just 2 of the biggest companies, 300,000 agents in one of them, and 125,000 in another. Go ahead. Oh, 2 minutes, okay. All right, so our biggest challenge, so 2 minutes, how long's it been? Just out of curiosity.
Start to,
How long have I been talking?
we've actually been talking for a little over 10 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad. Okay.
Yep.
So the biggest challenge, we have to prove this in one brokerage other than my company. So people say, well, would it work without you? Are you like Mr. Charisma? You know, did you handpick these people? Like that? Of course, everybody handpicks the people they hire, right? But people are like, it's under real estate. Who the heck is that? So we have to prove it somewhere in a major brand, so that people say, oh, it's not just this little dinky company in Monaco, right? That's our biggest challenge. This is what I'm meeting. I'm going to a big conference in Las Vegas and meeting with the leadership of one of the brands, and I was talking with him, and he said, look, the sooner we can validate the model outside of Montreal, the quicker we can move forward, potentially on a national scale. So clearly, this is what I recognize, everybody recognizes we got to do this. Again, I'm going to discuss the top leadership, the 3 top 10 real estate brands and 6 individual offices, so I think we're fairly close to getting a situation where we can do a beta test at one of the offices, and yes, sir.
Why aren't the guys with the $6.55 share price saying, what the hell, let's give it a try?
I mean, I'm going to be talking with them Thursday this week.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are they so damn slow?
They're corporate. They're corporate, right? I talked to somebody in one of these big corporations, and
$6.55, that's a wrap.
so I explained everything to them on the phone and showed them the video and how it works and so forth. And he said, yeah, I get it. He says, we have a process here for bringing new technology on. We have a $30,000 budget, and that's what we spend in order to roll it out and explain it to all our 6,500 offices across the United States.
$30,000.
And he said, my concern is scalability, because you need to have these CSMs in the various cities. And I said, I know, we have to prove we can do it. Why don't we start regionally or start with an office or 2? He says, that would be a lot more work for me. And I said, well, what if it would be the solution that you need? And he said, you have any more marketing material you send me? We're talking about corporate mentality, right? Not entrepreneurial mentality. So, but that same guy, now that he's seen us progress more, I'm meeting with him on Thursday. So we'll see. We wait for me to report back at the RTP 1 million cups and tell you how that went. But I'm done with that. I'm done with that. What's that?
Pay the same pay to come here.
Yeah. But that response has been dumbfounding to me as well. It doesn't make sense, right? One thing I would say is that they're getting just absolutely plowed with these kind of ideas. I mean, there are so many people out there trying to sell this stuff to companies that you kind of have to break through the first layer, I think, and get them to say, oh, maybe this is different. Go ahead.
What sort of carrot or stick are you offering? Are you offering to do it for $5?
Yeah, so what we're saying is $5,000 per agent, and we won't charge them for the initial setup and coaching and so forth. And I mean, $5,000 per agent on a beta test, we're going to lose money like crazy. I'm going to spend a lot of my time on having anything. But I want at least $5,000 per agent, because otherwise they're not committed at all.
Right.
And I want to be a little bit of a commitment. Go ahead.
5,000 per agent just now at the scale you're at?
Yes.
Does that have some expenses, or are you going to go 5,000 an agent? That's your goal.
No. I think obviously I'd like to increase that. mean, if we see, look, I mean, yeah, for sure increase.
You're gonna try and chase thousands of individual real estate brokers who pay $5,000 a year for this?
Brokers versus agents. So when I say brokerages, I mean companies that have under them hundreds of
Oh, so
agents.
you want the umbrella to pay for?
There's no way I'm paying off for individual agents. There's no way.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, that's
So
what-
individual agents, you're not gonna get it.
No, believe me, I know it is. There's no way I'm going after individual agents.
Okay.
I'm going after people that can think like a business person, which only about 1% of agents can.
So what was the 1.3 million was the brokerage firms?
That is the number of individual real estate agents, all of which legally have to have their license associated with a brokerage. So the owner of the brokerage is a business person that's trying to make money from the agents, and half of them are losing money because they don't have enough value to give. So we're trying to give them something of value. That's been proven.
So your, to be clear, your customer is the brokerage.
Yes.
But your fee is.
But the math you did was 5,000 times 5% of that 1.3 million, which you said are real estate agents.
That's right.
So
I'm missing that because that's not the.
Well, it's 5,000 per agent.
brokerage.
So let's say we have a brokerage that has 100 agents and 25% of them use the
They're
system.
gonna give you-
Have 25 of the 50,000. What's that?
So they're gonna give you, if they have 100 people, they're gonna give you 5,000 times 100.
Well, I don't think it apply to all their agents.
Not all their agents.
Every brokerage has a variety of commission structures and compensation plans, and a variety of how the agents organize themselves to do business. And this isn't going to appeal to all of them. What we hope is that we start out with maybe 5 of them, brokerage of 100, and we prove that it works, and then we get a critical mass and more of them sign up for it because of the advantages. So,
Now, given what you just said, typically, there's a split with the house keeps half the commission, and then they split the rest amongst whatever the team is, right? Typically.
so for an individual agent, there's just a one split, right? And what we're talking about is we get 20%.
Now, what I'm saying is, typically if you're asking the brokerage to pick up the fee for this,
Right.
a lot of brokerages will also then charge back their agents for different things. So are
Yes.
you contemplating or suggesting that they don't do that, or do that? Or are you
Right, I'm
trying
suggesting they pay up front and they make it back because of being able to have a higher split and more productivity from the agent. Now, I agree, a lot of brokerage owners don't think that way.
No, they're gonna see this as a massive expense and a big headache to chase their brokers to go using something that they paid for. I don't think it's a good, I've got a lot of hours in my back chasing brokers because of my last business, so.
So you very, very well could be, I mean, it's tough.
But at the same time, like my husband works for Coldwell Banker in Hillsborough, and 4 of his colleagues, just in the last 6 months, have gone to Fathom. They can't make it work anymore.
Fathom being the low-cost brokerage.
And the broker in charge, basically retired because it was just like, they couldn't make it work anymore. So if the problem's gotten bad enough, they might be motivated to look at you, but if they're not feeling the pinch of, what's wrong about the way you're doing it now, it's gonna be a sell.
No, I agree, they've gotta be in pain to buy anything, even an easy sell.
Can you go back to that slide that says your broker or your broker made 100,000, but afterwards they're making 2x to whatever that number was, and that $5,000 would help your agent go to 106,471 instead of 19.
So when I pitched this to Remax's, and it helped because this woman was at Remax, and she was only paying Remax this much, she's paying us this much.
So why does it Remax sign up?
Meeting with the CEO and CTO of Remax on August 8th.
But is the answer corporate?
What's that?
Is the answer corporate still?
I don't know what else to say when you.
Yeah, no.
What else is it except for a kind of corporate mentality? But real estate agents and brokerages are a tough market to sell to, no doubt about it. And they don't think straight a lot.
So you talked a lot about the actual managerial system structure to separate the tasks and free up the agents to have more client-facing time. What is the software advantage? Because we didn't talk much about that at all. You've got software, what do you do?
Yeah, okay, so, let me move this on So the software, okay, so the software has a CRM in it, but the CRM is about 10%. This is an ERP system. You know what ERP is. So ERP runs a business. So the CRM obviously has to be part of this, but it's, again, 10% of the software. So the main thing that software does, and it's very, very, very difficult for anybody to copy, is this. You have sales agents, these are the people that want to sell. And you have client service managers, the people that don't want to sell, that are also licensed. Got it? Okay. So we got to coordinate these two groups. That's the difficult part. Again, it's like Uber without the app if you don't have a way to coordinate it, and you need software to do it. So this is the thing that people say, well, can they just copy what you do? Try it, because it's very difficult. You need to take a decade to figure this out. So sales agents, they don't want to be managers, they want to use as much or as little CSM support as needed. Okay? The CSMs need to be available flexibly, and they need to have a predictable, reliable process, so that if you use Sally one day and Dan the next day, you need to know what they're going to do without having to do a lot of managing to make sure, right? So, we also have these one-to-many and many-to-one relationships. There could be a sales agent that uses 3 different CSMs, and a CSM that works with 4 different sales agents. So all these relationships need to be kept track of too. This is what the software does. This is what one portion of the software does. Okay, this is not the CRM portion, this is the coordinating the team portion. So it keeps track of the sales agent client assignments, keeps track of activity reporting. We need activity reporting, meaning that the sales agents need to know what these CSMs are doing for their clients on a day-to-day basis. They get an email at 6 o'clock in the morning every morning, this is what I did yesterday for your clients. Process checklists to make sure that they're doing things in a way that is predictable and reliable. Hours logging. I mean, we got to keep track of how many hours are these CSMs doing work for each of the sales agents, right? So we can have payroll and billing, so we can know who's going to pay for what. And finally, capacity and performance management. How busy are the people? We don't want them to get overloaded and so forth. So the software does all that to make the team work. And without that, it is an absolute mess. And it took a lot of years and a lot of money to figure that out. Go ahead, back there. Here and then there. Yeah.
So you mentioned the example of a company that had a $30,000 budget. If they have 1,000 agents, it's a $500,000 bill that they're facing. Now, clearly, that's a mismatch. What about the small brokerages where there might not be so much corporate thing? There's still a lot of small brokerages out there that specialize in residential real estate. Have you tried to go after that market? Not to scale, but to get 1 or 2 or the one additional brokerage that isn't your own on board.
And I'll be glad to go after those, but we're having pretty good luck right now and getting good traction. This is fairly new that we've got this going. We're getting pretty good traction with some big brokerages. We've got a 200 agent brokerage, a 900 agent brokerage that we're progressing in talks and getting ready to present it to their agents and sign licensing agreements. Now maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But if I had to go to the smaller ones, I definitely would. No doubt. Go ahead, back here, the gray shirt, behind Brenda.
Do you have a question?
Yes. My question one is, like, I'm looking at this, and this is all cool for, I guess, real estate stuff. You know, we're kind of real estate adjacent. And like, I'm thinking about, you said, you know, all this based on software. And then I think about how these other companies like Opendoor, Redfin are going to impact you because they're injecting software probably in another way. But how is their change going to impact what you're trying to do and the way you're trying to do what you're doing?
I think they're going to take some market share. I mean, I think Opendoor is doing some really smart things. But you look at Amazon, I mean, only 20% of all retail, I think, is done online. Still. So it's not like the disruptive technology comes in and just takes over the entire market. But I think that's it. Mostly they're just going to take some of the market share. I think they got some good stuff going on. I admire what they're doing.
So pretty much the CRM, you're probably setting up territories, you're putting in locations. That's the CSM. I don't know if they're doing that, or are you setting that up and then giving them capability for this? I mean, I've set up systems. I'm trying to get my head wrapped how when you sell this and you go in, what are you providing? What do you got to set up?
Yeah, so
there's a lot in these CRMs when you really set them up.
So a couple of things, and again, it's an ERP, which is a CRM is part of that. So we have to train them how to use the software. We have lots of online training, but I find that agents need in-person training. So we got to visit them.
Well, I understand the training, but setting up, I mean, are you providing, you're going to go in and initial stuff for them, and then they use it, and you provide, support. Setting up CRMs, there's a devil in the detail. And what I found out all the time is a lot more work than people realize. They say, Salesforce, oh, great stuff. Man, is there a lot of stuff that you get in there you have to deal with. And people don't understand that. They get a sales pitch, but when somebody goes and implements it, you really have to have somebody who knows what it is. I don't know if we've got proprietary stuff. Is it going to be open? I don't know.
Well,
but I'm just curious.
The lucky thing is that we've done it for all our agents, and we're implementing the exact same system for these other brokerages as we've implemented already for our people. So I know that we go into a different culture, different brokerage. There's going to be things that come up that we're not aware of, but for the most part, we've done it a lot with our agents, and we know how to onboard an agent to the system from doing it with our own agents.
These are non-technical people, I'll tell you that.
I agree. Yeah.
So, out of the box, you're going to be taking the system, and they've got to be able to turn it on. I'm just really fundamentally, are you setting that up? And like I said, are you going down to, adding anything down to a zip code? I don't know.
Yeah, we take, the main thing is that we have to take their existing database of people they know and put it into the system. And we've done it hundreds of times, so I feel like that's not going to be a big challenge.
And that's literally just probably address information, phone, pretty much basic.
Yeah, there's some manipulation in a spreadsheet and all that we have to do. So getting their information in there, once their information's in there, we teach them to use the software. And for a new agent that joins us, we've got that pretty much figured out. It's not, you're right, not everybody's technical, but it's not overwhelming either.
Be careful overwhelming people and what they're doing.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
They are. They're not used to that. They just want to push buttons, do this, do the report, really nice stuff. That's all got to be set up for them. And if you could take it, like he was saying about the small people, if you could take the model, put it in there, and just give it to them and sell it as a fee.
Yeah, we would definitely do that if we felt like the people we're talking to now were less likely to work out. Just because these would be, if we get going in one of these brokerages, it would really improve a lot. Go ahead.
I'll ask you offline. I've got some fundamental questions I want to ask you about your strategy. I understand your model. I'm having a little bit of a confusion issue with your strategy.
Okay. You want to talk now or offline?
I'll talk offline because part of it is I see what you're putting up as far as software, but as you're going to ask you to go through this line of questioning, the software doesn't work on its own. It requires people input.
That's right.
So your value, not value proposition, value your resource works for you because you have the people resources in place. So when I hear you say, which is confusing, I'm hiring people here and there, are you offering that with the software?
Yes.
Software.
So for the $5,000 a year, they would also have access to fully trained client service managers in their market.
The NBC.
Okay.
So that's
good.
There's a value stream I think others, because I'm a 2-year-old, would also enjoy hearing, because what you're positioning as a solution for the problem of staff retention is an HR solution specific to the industry, and I think you would have an easier time calling it that.
Yeah, I think that's really good. It's a good point.
Only because I think we all sort of get the issue with real estate and brokerage. The brokers know that there's a pain point, but the industry would also tell you when we're hurting from a revenue standpoint, recession, whatever your competition, it is a really big ask to say, hey, we want you to try this new thing that you know nothing about that's unproven, and the upfront cost is big. No one in real estate would write that big check if they're stressed financially. So that's problematic, and you need to sort of deal with that in your go-to-market strategy.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And would we be willing to give it away in order to get it proven somewhere? Sure.
I don't think you need to give it away. It's a consideration of what it is that you're providing and messaging in that way. So that's compelling.
That's a good point. I think you have improved my message already by what you said. I wrote down, and every time I talk to any new people, I learn how to explain it better. So that's a good reason I'm here. So in the TAN I'm trying to go in order if I saw people raising.
And Mike, I want to just pause for a second. I want to be respectful of your
Yes.
time because we've got about 5 minutes. I know you didn't get to finish a couple of your sides. Do you want to finish those, or you want to just open it up for questions for?
Just open it up. I think everybody gets the idea.
I can move it forward to your contact slide so people can get your, and then Preston is dying to ask you a question back here.
Preston, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to ask a question, I'm just going to give a testimonial. I sold a house in December, and I bought a house in April, and I used Hunter Road. My agent was graduated from the Naval Academy and was a Marine and went to Iraq. But I hardly ever dealt with him. I dealt with this group of people that was around him, and I had access to them all the time, and they helped me solve problems. And I bought a house that valued something like $10,000 more than I bought it for. And I sold my house for $30,000 more than the next door neighbor's house. And so I can only say it was a wonderful experience, and and I didn't know you were talking today, and I didn't really know what
I've got a T-shirt for you if it'll fit you. Do we have it back here? And then here.
Well, no, I just wanted to follow up on that. So at the beginning, your ask was to help you figure out how to, introduce you to people that can help make the case. And my, I guess, challenge to you is how do you take the customer perspective and into those meetings with the brokers and, show them that because of the pressures coming not just financially, but from their own customers, maybe, you can kind of get at it from multiple sides. But right now, there's so few customers like Preston to help you make that case. Most agents aren't going to know anybody that had that experience already.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Well, we were out in the hallway. Jim Pellegrini just bought a house. He said it was a terrible experience, and he wanted to fire his brother.
It wasn't with us, was it?
It's a friend of mine. Well, I'll offer, when you said clients said they feel like they got two agents for the price of one, what I said is I would have paid to get rid of my one.
I actually have two questions that I thought of at the time. First one, going back to the problem of getting the software on board at a certain place. You mentioned that you've done it before because you brought on all these agents. Part of the issue with bringing on a new CRM with any organization, especially large nationwide organizations, is fitting that specific CRM or ERP to fit that business, their procedures, their language, and how they do everything. So looking out the bugs of that, is your expectation that the firms, the brokerages that you bring on are going to change their procedures to fit your software, or are you going to have to customize the software on implementation to fit what those agents do?
So the question was, if we bring the software into an organization, are we expecting that they're going to change to fit what we've got, or we change to fit what they've got?
Yeah.
It's a little bit different from that, because really, every single agent has their own process.
Right.
And so, part of this is going to be that the agents are going to have to agree to use a common process if they want to share the CSMs, or else it's not going to work. And so most of them will welcome, in our experience, most of them will welcome that because they don't have a process written down, and this will make their life a lot easier.
Okay.
Your second question?
The second question is, instead of doing the $5,000 upfront annual fee, have you thought about doing it as a monthly model with a subscription, like an annual subscription, but on a monthly basis? That way the upfront cost for the brokerage and or the individual agent isn't nearly as much to bite off.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with that. The only reason we're saying $5,000 upfront now is because with whatever company we start working with first, I want them to have some skin in the game. And I think that's the minimum amount I want in the game before I even start. And that we don't seem to be getting a lot of resistance from that. The questions are more logistical and how do we implement it and so forth. It's not so much the cost per agent right now that we're getting pushback about. But in the future, I could see going to that. So, go ahead.
We have one more, time for one more question, so go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Building on actually a few of the comments that were made here, I think if you're gonna have any success with this, you have to attack the business model of real estate brokerage. And, you know, the one thing I think that was powerful that they're coming in is you're helping them, you're giving them labor that they'd have to carry salary and benefits for typically. And everybody in this business thinks transactions, they know salaries, they're all about the deals and the commissions, and that's how they think about everything. If you're now bringing them staff that they can get for that $5 grand, they'll probably go for this because you're providing help plus a system to an. I think you have to attack the business model and to help brokerage change the business model. To me, that's a pitch that is worth making, is you can help reorganize.
I think that's an extremely good point. And it kind of goes along with what we were saying before, is to explain that that's part of it, because maybe there's more value there than I realize in their mind.
If I'm telling you that I'm going to make it more efficient and lower overhead and help you generate more revenue, I need to clearly, loudly put that messaging out there. And
say again what you just said, like back up 15 seconds. I want to hear what you said.
You're recording it, so.
Oh, okay, that's true. Yeah.
All I'm saying is the value overall is the pain of, I can't tap into the potential market, which is good right now, because there's competition coming from everywhere. And specifically, my chief resource as a broker are my individual agents. I'm losing them because the model, the structure that we're in right now does not work in this environment. So, again, appealing to sort of, what is your business model? Here's what's wrong, here's how we can help. Because not only can we take some work off of the agents, so that alone wants them to stay, but two, we can help you both capture more value. Why would you not want to do this? Because we're saying they're going to make even more money, do less work. You are going to lower overhead and potentially get a higher cut per deal.
You're making them all efficient, you're providing them.
And then the question should be the how, not the what. The how, here are some systems in place. So, don't get all worried about the details, but knowing that you have problems with follow, blah, 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 we got that. That's what's in the system, that's what the actual people behind the system will do, that you're not able to execute right now.
That's really good.
And you're providing that support resources. That's important too, because they're not going to handle it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here because I want to make sure we have time for announcements. So thank you so much. I believe you have time.
Thank you, everybody.
I believe you have time after this also, if you'll be around for additional questions. So, yeah.
We really do need to announce